Hi, I'm Jay, escobarj.com, and this video is meditation tips and techniques. And if you haven't checked out my first video on this topic, go ahead and check the description below. I posted a link to the first video, and the first video talked about breathing. Today, we're going to be talking about sitting upright. Now, when you're first starting to meditate, and if you're a beginner, a novice, or you haven't really done it a whole lot, it's important to get the fundamentals down. And once you build the fundamentals, then you can kind of experiment. Because meditation is really about experimenting with the art of mindfulness, being present in the moment, and learning about your mind and awareness and feeling present. And there's different techniques that you can do, which I'll get into later. But it can be tempting to, when you first start out, it can be very tempting to want to lay down to be comfortable when you first start. But what I've found is that when you lay down, it makes it very, very tempting and easy to fall asleep, especially if you're doing it when you just wake up or if you're just about to go to bed. It's like, it just makes it a lot more tempting to want to just fall asleep because you're relaxed, you're peaceful, you're laying down. It's just too much of a temptation. So, and that's not the point of, you can use meditation to help you sleep if you want, like at night. But what I'm talking about here is doing meditation to set up the rest of your day. So I recommend doing it in the morning because it really allows you to transition from task to task, or from thing to thing, or from your day to activity to activity during your day, maybe from work to the gym, or whatever your schedule is. This allows you to just practice feeling in the present moment, and when you transition from one thing to another, it gives you the wherewithal to kind of just reset, and it just sets you up for your whole rest of your day. It helps you be in a peaceful and relaxed state. So by sitting upright, and that allows you to be in a peaceful, relaxed frame of mind, but really focus on being in the present moment without the temptation of laying down. It really helps you to focus on your awareness, being present, and focusing on your breathing like we talked about in the last video. And I also advise that you sit upright in a chair instead of sitting crisscross on the floor like the girl behind me you can probably see. You can do it that way, of course. You can see she's doing it, and a lot of people do it that way. But if you're just starting out, just try a chair with a back on it. And a chair will give you the back support, so you don't have to constantly focus on like sitting upright like this with no support. When you're first starting to meditate, it can get a little distracting if you're constantly having to like kind of slouch and then it readjusts and slouch and readjust. Whereas if you have a chair and you're just sitting in the back of your chair, you're sitting upright, your feet are flat on the floor, you've got your hands on your thighs, right? And you're just sitting there, your hand on your thighs. And when you concentrate, like personally, I actually have a small case of ADHD, so it's really hard for me to just sit still. I tend to fidget my feet a lot, or I move my hands a lot when I'm not meditating. But when I meditate and I'm actually focusing on being present in the moment, I can control myself. I can be still. I can actually control my ADHD to a certain point. Whereas if I'm going throughout my day and I'm just like sitting, listening to something, or I'm sitting and doing something else, I'm not really concentrating on meditation specifically, I tend to jitter. I tend to like jitter my foot, my legs, my arms. I have to move something, right? But the cool thing with meditation is it really can help you be in that peaceful, relaxed state. And if you have a case of like ADHD, for example, it can really help you to like not twitch or not fiddle so much, it really just helps you to remain calm. And that's really one of the biggest benefits of meditation. But by sitting in a chair that like has a back on it, and putting your feet flat on the floor, having your hands at your thighs, and then just closing your eyes, focusing on your breathing, focusing on being in the present moment, being aware, that really is the power and really helps you to feel in the present moment. And it's gonna make things less distracting for you, especially if you're first just starting out. And like I said, of course, if you really want to do it the way like this girl's doing it in the background, if you want to do it crisscross applesauce and you want to just hold your back there, go ahead, do it. But I'm just telling you from my experience, it's been easier to do it with a chair and being able to lean back and sit upright like this, my shoulders back, my eyes closed like this, my hands down on my thighs. It just makes it a lot more relaxable. And I can focus on what I'm trying to accomplish in the meditation, which is just being in the present moment, focusing on breathing, focusing on the sounds, and just literally just feeling, not worrying about anything in the future, not worrying about anything in the past, just being there in that moment, because that's really the, that's all time is. Time is just now. Time is not necessarily the future. It's not necessarily the past, because you can't control those things. It's just now, right? So again, try these things out. Try a chair. I mean, if you really want to do it, if you really don't have access to a chair, then by all means, you sit on the floor, crisscross applesauce, just start meditating. Obviously, if you don't have a chair, but I assume you probably have a chair. So, and it could be a comfy chair. It could be like a sofa, or something like that. But, if you're leaning back too far, it can be a little distracting. I find just a regular office chair, will do, or just regular, table chair will do just fine too. So give that a shot and see how it works for you. If you like this video, you like these tips, just give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be doing more videos on meditation specifically. Hit the little bell icon so you never miss anytime I release a video. And if you'd like to get my help with this, the quickest way is to book a coaching session on my website, escobarj.com. You can book a coaching session with me there. I can walk you through it, specifically set up the meditation for you specifically. And, given your circumstances or, your living situation or whatever it is you feel like is holding you back. That being said, do me a favor and share this with any of your friends and family on any social media platform. That is my purpose, is to help as many people as possible. And I know that meditation has really helped me in the last 6 months of my life, just to be more present in the moment, to feel more alive, to be more patient, to have more awareness. And it's really, there's a lot of secondary benefits that it causes for you as well, that you really won't recognize until down the road and you've been doing it for a consistent amount of time. And that's my goal, is to help as many people as I possibly can who may not know about these secret amazing powers that meditation can give to you. So other than that, I hope you're always learning, always growing, and always pushing forward. And I'll see you in the next video. See ya.